Today, I built Steal a Brainrot inside of LEGO Fortnite. Now, I did this inside of my main expert mode world, and it came out absolutely insane, so make sure to watch all the way through, and also drop a comment down below if you've ever played Steal a Brainrot. Anyway, hope you enjoy the video. And our journey in today's video starts right here, in the middle of nowhere. Well, technically, it's not the middle of nowhere, considering there's a village of bad guys in front of me. And if you don't know what that means in LEGO Fortnite, it means it's completely flat land, so we're gonna take over this spot and completely destroy it. Here goes nothing. Okay, and I think that was it. So with that taken care of, our next order of business is to go ahead and destroy all of the buildings here. That way we can build our Steal a Brainrot base right here. Unfortunately, I did not come prepared with TNT, so we're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. The only explosive I have is this bad boy right here, and it didn't do that much destruction, so pickaxe it is. And alrighty, with our area officially cleared out, it's time to get to work. But before I do, I have to explain to you guys the goals of today's project. And there's three main ones, but first I must build an exact replica of the Steal a Brainrot environment. As you can see, there's bases, there's the runway, and then obviously there's the walls on the outside. But our second objective is that we must make this base practical, meaning that I must actually use this and probably by the end of this video, live out of it. That means we'll be placing a village square down. That means we'll be getting villagers to live there. And last but certainly not least, our third goal of today's video is to build Tung 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 Sahur. I honestly couldn't tell you, he's just my favorite Brainrot. But with our goals set out and our area looking as messy as ever, we gotta lock in and get started here. My inventory is just as much of a mess as this place is, so we're gonna organize a bit and I will catch you guys when we're ready to start building. And we have made it back. As you can see by my inventory, we have basically everything we're gonna need. And the first thing we're gonna set down is a bus station right at the top of the hill. That way, of course, we can travel back and forth to our main base, which honestly isn't too far away, but right down here is where we're gonna go ahead and build Steal a Brainrot inside of LEGO Fortnite. And I might just build a ton of different Brainrots in the future. But to start out today, like I said, my goal is to just build one, and that's Tung 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 Sahur. But I can only do that once I build the base itself. So I'm popping it up on screen right now so you guys can all see exactly the reference that I'm going to be going for today. As you can see, the floor itself is mostly green with a red carpet. But we're going to start out by just laying the foundation. And I actually went into Steal a Brainrot inside of normal Fortnite, and I kind of copied the dimensions of it. That way we kind of have a basic idea of how big it should be. So we're going to go ahead and start with some granite foundations here. Oh my goodness, wait, there's actually so many mobs around here. And you know what'll fix that is a nice village square. So let me just throw one of these down for the time being. We'll go ahead and call it You're Cooked, since obviously if you know Brainrot, then you're probably cooked. All right, and just like that, as you can see from above, we have built out the foundation of our Brainrot bases. A majority of the flooring is going to be green. And if we go ahead and look at the different floor options that we have, there's only one green floor, unfortunately, and it's this one here, which isn't even a full green. And I was considering using a sideways building technique with a wall, but unfortunately, there's no green walls in this game either. But I really don't think this is the end of the world. And to jump back in here for a second, I have been cooking up, as you can see by the area around me. Hang on, let me go ahead and break these out. And as you can see, we have quite a bit of the foundation going, and we also have the iconic red carpet that the Brainrots walk out on. That's super hype because that means we're getting pretty close to being done with this base, actually. It's a pretty simple build, I'm not gonna lie. But what I've done right here is actually pretty interesting. I've flipped some foundations on their side, so that way we get the Lego stud texture. Of course, we could just build these normally, but I really like the way the studs show. So let's go ahead and throw one of these down, followed up by our nice granite foundation here. Is that it? Is that it? Oh, wait, it's like the tiniest bit off. Will anybody notice? I don't think so. We have the first walls down, but popping up that image again, you can see that after this gray part, we have a pretty big brown wall. That's easy enough because obviously we do have the foundation pieces just for this exact moment. All right, and we went ahead and built up a layer of wooden walls, and the last part is the green top. I don't exactly know how I'm gonna do that, but I think it's gonna be the Supernova Academy floor again. So let's go ahead and check out how that's possible. Oh, and this is actually perfect. Okay, so we can literally just take this floor and go like this, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. I went ahead and turned off my shadows because that looks a lot more realistic to Roblox, and already it's looking pretty good. But what we really need are the bases themselves, so that's what we're gonna do next. I believe I'm gonna put 4 on each side, just like the game in Roblox and Fortnite has. That would be 8 total bases, and then of course there's a few shops and things like that as well. So let's go ahead and get cooking on that. Then I'll give the bases some purpose, and then of course we're building Tung Tung. And actually, I lied. I realized before I do the bases, I'm gonna do the doorways here here, obviously these are where the brainrots walk out of and where they enter into. And the way that we're going to do that is by continuing the wall like this. Then for the frame, we're going to take some sideways walls like so. And I like how dark these walls are. I feel like it gives that perfect effect. And instead of walls for the other part, we're actually going to use these floor pieces here, and we're going to make a little frame like so. I realize that these are off. And yeah, honestly, that looks great. And to extend this a bit more, we'll go ahead and just throw some walls like this. And there we go. We have our doorway. And on the other side here, we have yet another doorway. But it's very dark, so let's go ahead and sleep. And then let's build the bases. Okay, and I think that is our first base done. Don't mind these. These are just here for measurements. Base itself looks pretty simple, just like the ones in Steel of Brainrot. It has the middle section that's red, of course, and then it has these sections here, which honestly, I'm either going to put some brainrots down because that's where they normally are, or I might actually just use these for storage and things like that. I'm not too sure yet, so I just wanted to kind of build the skeleton of the base. Only thing that the base is missing is a sign. In Steel of Brainrot, every single base will have a sign with the person's name on it. And obviously, we can't really write things in LEGO Fortnite, so I'm not too sure what I'll do there, but we'll kind of keep it as is for now. I tried to keep this build as simple as possible. That way I know exactly how to do it. Let's see if we can easily just go ahead and replicate it on this side. And at the end, the goal is to have 8 of these bases, just like there are in Steel of Brainrot. So here we go. I built this in such a way that it's very easy to repeat. So I just got to build 2 more on this side. And then, of course, we have to build 4 on this side. I also, of course, have to put down some staircases. And this is a little janky, but this is kind of the best we got. This is actually a roof piece, and it lets us walk up like so. So yeah, that's our staircase, and that is our second base complete. Time to rinse and repeat, though. I will see you guys when we have a few more bases down. And here we go, guys, for the grand reveal of our Steel of Brainrot bases. We're going to go ahead and dive down, and once we land, we're going to show off everything that I have done off camera. When I tell you I kind of cooked, I honestly really think I did here. So you guys be the judge and let me know down in the comments what you think, but let's go ahead and run through the doorway and show you guys for the first time what is basically a complete remake of the Steel of Brainrot base. And as you can see when I turn around, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's already getting dark outside, which is awkward. But let's just show this off real quick before it gets pitch dark. And as you can see, we even put down the signs for people's names. Ignore this one. I was just messing around and it's definitely off-centered. Anyway, I kind of did change my mind about making these bases into places where I can live, because instead of that, I have an idea. I want to invite a ton of LEGO Fortnite content creators in to play our own version of Steel of Brainrot for a video. I'm still thinking of exactly how we could play Steel of Brainrot, since, you know, we can't actually spawn Brainrots in. But stay tuned and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that video when it comes out. But for now, let's go ahead and do our last order of business for today's video, and that's of course going to be building Tung 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 Sahur. The one issue we're gonna run into is the fact that if I try to put down something like a wall right here, you'll see that it lays flat on its face, and that's because we use a sideways building technique for the runway. And yeah, that's gonna make building Tung Tung just a little bit harder, but we're gonna try our best here. And let me go ahead and cook. Wish me luck, but I think I have an idea on how we can get this done. And guys, honestly, I'm pretty impressed by myself with this. And it's not the best thing in the world. He kind of looks like SpongeBob SquarePants, and also he doesn't have eyes. That's all gonna change right now because I have the perfect piece to finish off our first Brainrot in this area. And with our oil and pan piece here, it's actually a decor piece, but I think it's, oh wait, I put that in the wrong spot. What I was saying was, I think this is actually gonna look perfect with the black pan as the eye, and of course the other part as the nose. And honestly, he looks a little goofy. Maybe he should have a mouth as well. I don't know what I could use for a mouth though. And yeah, no, after looking through basically every single category of build, including accessories, I just don't think there's a good mouth for Tung Tung. So I think we're gonna leave it at that. And honestly, it's not the worst thing I've ever built in this game. So let me know what you think about it down in the comments. And hey, if you think you could build a better Brainrot or a Brainrot that I could copy into this runway, let me know. Join my Discord and drop it in there, and I'll make sure to take a look at them. Keep in mind, they probably have to be built using sideways building techniques. But Tung 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 Sahur, ladies and gentlemen, drop a like if you made it all the way until the end. And that's just the beginning of our brand new Steel of Brainrot base. Let me know what you want to see here. Should I make these into bases for other people? Should I host a Steel of Brainrot game inside of LEGO Fortnite Odyssey? There's so many opportunities here, and this is just the beginning, so make sure to stay tuned. Also, hero classes are coming soon, and if you made it all the way until the end, I'm sure you're a real LEGO Fortnite Odyssey fan, so that's very exciting news. I'll definitely be posting tons of videos when that comes out as well. But it's been your boy Kaz. Thank you so much for watching all the way until the end of this video. I'll catch y'all later.